Hey guys, so this is a speed build of my little pirate corner of Dazzle Beach. You can see my current statistics for item count and number of items up in the corner. I did a quick little view of what's already been created. The Plaza, Forest of Valor, and Frosted Heights are all complete at this time. I do play on Xbox, and my item limits are off. So basically, how I begin building is I kind of start with a general idea, and then I put out all my larger pieces, and anything that I feel like could go with the scene, I'll dump out somewhere near it. Now, one of the biggest tips I have for anyone using Switch or one of the smaller systems, do not sleep on those larger patches of trees. I just placed 2 big old bunches right around the entrance of my Pirate Cove area there. I think I'm going to start calling it like Jack's something, because we love our Captain Jack, don't we? So now basically I go through the rocks and the underbrush and trees and just put out anything that I might use to make it easier to access. So now that I've got it out and some like major pieces positioned, I like to go around and see what it looks like from different perspectives. And so far I'm pretty happy with the big points. I just like what it looks like on the inside, what it looks like on the outside. So the next part we're going to do is just get rid of some of these extra pieces that I know I'm not going to use because I'm going with the jungle trees from the Eternity Isle DLC. So one of the things I wanted to do was put all of these very large piles of gold around this cave, which I imagine is, the pirates' area. And I'm going to put it in Gaston's broken down ship, also from Eternity Isle. Again, just to make my life easier, I pop out anything that I think might be useful. You can always remove it later. But what we're mainly focusing on right now is that green area right in the corner on Dazzle Beach. Jack's retirement area. I have a very loose plan when I come into these. I don't particularly have anything but a theme and the vibes that I'm going for. I don't particularly care what the item is tagged for, what movie, what area. I just like picking what I think would look fun together. Okay, so we're going to, again, take a quick peek how these larger pieces look, if I can still get to some of my important points. I'm very happy with this little path over here, so we're going to put that kind of a secret entrance. Okay. So I want a tree kind of smaller in front of this area so it looks a little more grown in, since that's like a ruin. We're not going to use this one. I'll get rid of it later. I don't particularly like how these are all positioned, so we're going to play with this for a little bit. Really just, there's no rules, so just go around, do what you want. Use your diagonal button to try and squish things closer and see what looks good to you. I've scaled this video down to 8 minutes. It took about 30 to do this in real time. This tropical floor boarding is one of my favorite pieces. If you're struggling to put things on tables that are on diagonal, just turn it back normal and it's way easier. I have a special parrot companion that I like to put with the pirate stuff, so I'm going to make sure we've got a companion house there. Just kind of thinking of what this camp would need. I absolutely love these lanterns. They're on during the day or at night. Now that we've got all our main larger pieces out, I'm going to start adding just little details. Okay, so now we're going to get rid of the stuff that we definitely didn't end up using. And we're going to do some finishing touches on the smaller items. These underbrush pieces from Eternity Isle jungle stuff have a 4x4 footprint, and so they are great fillers. Okay, so now we're just taking a peek at different angles and adding some different final touches. I want some melted candles over here by the map table. Right, that's my hand. Apples for Barbosa. A little nod to Pirates of the Caribbean there. Now, I do like to use all the fruit trees and bushes in my actual decorating. They're part of your item count anyway. I know there's people that'll say put it in an orchard. I like to have it out. I think the fruit also acts as a really nice decorator. Or piece of decoration, however you want to word that. Alright, so now we're just finishing up here with some final underbrush. Here's an example of where I got a little overzealous and said, hey, just dial it back. If something doesn't look good, you can always move it. So we're going to put the parrot, and a monkey over there. I'm going to take a quick look at it from all our little angles. And then we're going to walk through. Alright, thanks for watching.